Welcome back to the Rucinski show. I suppose it is time to do the damn thing already. I wanted to see what the president had to say in his speech, which shocker, nothing really. There's a lot of I've been arguing with people like forever about it till I was blue in the face, and and they're proud of him and everything that he did in all this. Why like that? Just last month he said was that improbable, incomparable, wasn't going to happen. Zero chance. Well, I'm glad that zero chance. Yeah, glad that went well. That aged well, aged very, very well, just like everything else he's doing. But I'm not going to get into anything else because YouTube already threw Friday's episode off. As apparently, me giving you actual facts was spreading misinformation. So God knows what they're going to do about this one. But like, what the hell? Like that whole thing went to hell in a handbasket. Really, really fast, actually. Some basic thing, of course, blame Trump. That was thrown in there. He got into this situation because of the last administration. La-di-da-di-da. But like he extended it and just wanted to get everyone out. And Trump wanted to do it on conditions. It wasn't like they start doing stupid stuff, then we're not going anywhere. Joe Biden was screw, we're leaving. That's kind of not a good thing at all. For anyone counting at home or ever has a brain, maybe folks that have spent time over there. I only went to Iraq, tried to go to Afghanistan, they told me to cough. They're taking new guys. Yeah, but I've tried. Like a lot of us have spent a lot of time in that part of the country, And it keeps getting, actually like, worse. I don't know if it's Biden pleading with the Taliban, a terror group, to not destroy it, to spare the embassy. Hey, that one's gonna happen. God knows we haven't seen any cameras or anything around it. Who knows? But not from not negotiating with terrorists and the whole Bobergodel thing, and they exchanged prisoners for him to get them back, which that was under Obama. Now we're pleading with them to not destroy the embassy and to let us do this thing. I have this odd feeling they're going to do whatever the hell they want because that's kind of what they do. Yeah, doesn't take a brainiac to figure that out. I mean, I took the whole country in what, 10 days or so, not even. So, it'd be crazy, I just think that makes us look really, really bad. The fact that, again, they wanted a peaceful transition, like it was going to go like all like honky dory, done, peace. Like, if you actually thought that was a real thing, I don't really have a word for it. At least not an appropriate word for it, I think is what I should say. I just don't like how you expect that you thought they were going to do anything peacefully. I mean, there's already reports for forever now that they're going around getting anybody that had anything to do with helping us, just let's say eliminating them, because it's what they do. In case you're not following along at home, if you're listening to this and you don't have a brain, I think a few people, people that I have on this actually do have really good functioning brains. Actually, you know how to use them. It's not good at all. Like, this isn't going to be peaceful. Wasn't going to be good no matter what. They're going. I mean, they're already like going back. They're going to go back to Sharia law. So there goes women's rights and everything. I mean, like, it's knocking them back so far. And the worst part, like that's one of the worst. I mean, minus that, is that now they're even super emboldened because they got big bad America to get the hell out of there with their tail between their legs. And I was arguing with someone about this the other day. I don't know how this is like confusing. And I still don't know how this human being is confused by it, but their response was people like with less than a third grade education, you expect them to be able to fly those things. That's a YouTube video I'd like to see. Well, I don't know about you, but they have Black Hawk helicopters now. As my check, that's pretty high up on our list of equipment. Jets over there. We've seen the caches of like rifles, small arms, and artillery that they have now. MRAPs, armored Humvees, and vehicles. I mean, like, I have an armada of stuff, and I hate to break it to you, all you idiots, and say, oh, those idiots are going to figure it out. But so far, Russia's acknowledged them. The Iranians, the Chinese, who they're doing delegations and stuff with recently, also that they acknowledge them, et cetera, et cetera. Last time I checked, pretty sure the Iranians who are trying to make nukes, let's go with Russians and Chinese who have jets, I'm pretty sure they figure out how to get those things to fly for them. So how about you stop being so goddamn naive and come back down to reality about how that's a very bad thing for the region. And for us, as they now have some of our biggest weapons, like, Blackhawks are a big deal, these helicopters in their possession, let alone jets and stuff. Like, they can figure out how to get them and get them going and fly them and do bad things, because they're in cahoots with a lot of bad actors that have things like, I don't know, big ass helicopters and jets and stuff. I don't know why I even have to have this conversation. Like, it's really terrifying that I actually have to say that out loud for people to understand. I mean, call me crazy. I know I say it enough times, but they can figure out how to fly those things and use those things, and the up armor vehicles and all this technology that we made to avoid getting blown up and stuff. Now it's all in their hands. I'm just saying, it's not good. It's not good at all. But for some reason, I have to actually argue that fact to people. Like, oh, they're going to figure it out. They have enough people that are giving them all kinds of credibility that they are working with that will teach them rapidly. Now they have all the small arms, artillery, jets, helicopters, all kinds of stuff. That's all our technology. Gives a hell who paid for it. A lot of it, those small arms, yeah, that was our taxpayer dollars. A lot of it. And what they paid for, whatever, this is our technology. It's not, oh, well, they got mostly Cessnas. Well, why the hell were they like they have Blackhawks, and it's like they got stuff that we don't want them to get their hands on, that they now do, because we ran away like a bunch of little bitches with our tails between our legs. And if you're confused by that, I'd say message me, but I know none of you will. Some of you already had the conversation. If you already have it, I'm not really in the mood, because if you don't think them getting their hands on that with people like China and Russia backing them, they won't be able to figure it out. Like, if you don't think that's a bad thing, I'm sorry, there's just something wrong in your head. You don't find that to be terrifying? What they're going to start doing to Christians, women, like all that shit's already back. Like, we all know it. But we'll get into that. I wrote down a list of just idiocies. Yeah, that's very, very bad. Move on. Now, the Taliban, as I went through that stuff, released 5,000 Al Qaeda prisoners. Taliban, ISIS, they released about 5,000 Al Qaeda. Yeah, and that's very bad for us. Just saying. I mean, look what happened in Iraq when they hastily got out of there, and then suddenly it was pretty much the caliphate. It was the ISIS, it was their state. And we had to go and attack them to get that down. So it wasn't a whole thing. Now we give the Taliban a whole country. So now we got like Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan completely taken over by people that want nothing more than to kill all of us. You don't think that's a terrifying thing? Boston Marathon bombers are on the list, supposed to be getting watched. Look at everything they did. They're forewarned about. 9/11 happened. I'm not trying to be a crazy person. Like, these are real things. And if you don't think it can happen again, and they're this emboldened, because they pretty much have the whole region now. They got us leaving with our tail between our legs, begging them to please spare our embassy. Yeah, like they give a shit. Like, if you really think they do, you're kind of dumber than I am. And now they're very even better equipped. And the Chinese and the Russians are right there, like, which is just really bad for everyone. Remember, some guy that kept saying we need to watch out for China because they're no good. Who was that? I don't know. Leave a comment. Pretty sure I know who it was, but yeah. And there's nothing wrong with them. Well, now they're siding with Al Qaeda and Taliban right now, acknowledging them, doing delegations with them. Like, that's very, very bad for us. Look at all the people coming across the border from 110 different countries. Once it's like that they're catching 200,000, apprehending and dealing with. There's more than that getting by. Think all the people that come 110 different countries. Not a lot of different countries from all over the world. People can just sneak right in here and cause all kinds of chaos. Because why else? There's nothing fighting them there. They own the whole region. Like, that's very, very bad. And most important, another big one, really, is our credibility. It's like, well, we're going to be here. We got your back. Fuck it, we're gone. One fell swoop. See you later. Bye. And even all, like, you've seen a lot of the leaders in Europe, Germany, Britain. I don't know. What the hell? Trying to figure out why the hell we just boop, one fell swoop, gone. Like, all of our allies now, like, why they're like, oh, guys back, Joe, and they're patting him on the back at the G7 thing. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were doing it, mocking him, because, well, they know we're all screwed. And now the world's really screwed. And if you don't see that, don't vote, don't do anything, because apparently your brain doesn't function. Maybe you just never actually had to serve with it, deal with it. And hell, I lost another guy that I served with. Never deployed with him, but he was a good guy. Just last week, lost another one. I think I'm up to 3 this year already, with their own hands. Shit's getting really old. And now everyone that died, all the Gold Star families, all the people with PTSD, all the ones that have killed themselves since they got back, it's all for nothing. Nothing was accomplished at all. And the best part is, I'm pretty sure that Homeland Security, the DOD, all of his advisors, like, everyone said, don't do it this way, and he still did it. Like, what the hell else do you want from me? I'm surprised I'm staying calm, as calm as I am right now. Still an ongoing thing. I think it's going to get worse. I'm sure I'm going to finally pop like away from the camera. Just sat down, took it all in, research stuff, notes, looking at all the terrible shit that's happening. But I mean, how bad? Like, how, like, for all you people that, like, I'm going, oh, well, we had to do it. Like, how many of you are also, because, saying it's not our problem, how many of you are also saying that we should be spending hundreds of billions of dollars like we are right now on illegals coming from shitholes? That's not our problem either. You guys are all for that. So 1, you're hypocritical. 2, you're fucking ridiculous. You can't have both ways. It's just, that's like, how bad of a situation do you think they know is coming when there's that many people willing to get run over by C-17s and trying to hold on to the side of them and falling from hundreds, maybe thousands of feet to their death during takeoff, trying to get the hell out of there because of who's in control? Like, women just lost all the rights to work, education, all, like, it just, so many things just got fucked from us just running with our tail between our legs. Like, yes, I agree we needed to get out at some point, but holy shit, do it properly so we don't embolden and make the terror groups over there even stronger. I'm tired of hearing them say fighting a war. Like, why should we stay fighting a war that they don't even want to fight? You realize we've been fighting Taliban for like years, right? I think they've lost like 70,000 plus, Afghani army, in the fight with Taliban. You notice how all those years they didn't take over any, provincial capitals or anything. Like, suddenly, like, we pull out all our support and boom, it's done. And you know what happens if they're caught while they're fighting against them? I can tell you what Taliban's gonna do to them. It ain't fucking nice. Now, if you live in like this altered reality, whatever the fuck you're in, see, it's starting to happen now. Like, stop being so goddamn naive. We all know exactly what's gonna happen if they were caught fighting against them. They're trying to save their own ass and get the hell them and their family the hell out of there before they get decapitated. Like all the things that we saw them do. Like they didn't suddenly change after all these years. They are terrible, shitty people. The second we were out, and they knew they were all on their own. Well, get your ass out. Get your family out. Try to get the hell out of there to save your ass. ISIS catches them. We've seen like ISIS, like Al-Qaeda just got a bunch of people released. Taliban, like they'll burn people alive in shark tanks, decapitations. We've all seen the terrible shit they do to people. If they're going after like anyone that helped us, like door to door. People that are stuck in there that can't get out because of Taliban checkpoints. What the hell do you think they're going to do? Like, I'm sorry, I live in reality. How the hell when they said they were going to extend the deadline where they're not working on visas to get the interpreters and their families and all these people have risked literally everything to help us in this shit. They didn't have to. How the fuck are we just like, we're trying to deal with it. Like, where the fuck have you been the last 4 months? Like when you extended it was in April. And it's supposed to be May 1st. What the hell have you done for over 4 months there, Joe? And all the people, they're just working on all these things now. Like you didn't know it was coming. Like what in the hell did you think was actually going to happen? Anyone with a brain knew exactly what the fuck was going to happen. Like, I'm sorry, it's an embarrassment for the whole thing. I mean, there are people hanging onto the side of C-17s trying to get the hell out of there because of how bad it's about to be. And there's all people go, I think we need to get out of there. I think you're crazy. I think we need to get out of there too, but I thought we had to do it fucking right so that everyone didn't die. I mean, people like you don't run out in front of C-17s, hook onto the side of an airplane trying to get the hell out of there unless you know it, but exactly what world of shit is coming your way. Because we did it wrong. We did them dirty. We did our allies dirty. We just made them look really, really, really good. All the terror groups, why? Because they just ran our asses out of town with their tail between our legs. Now China's helping because they love us. Russia, they really love us. They have a whole country now because everyone like. I'm sorry, when all of your intelligence people, the DoD, like all these, anyone telling you, Joe, this is fucking stupid. This is gonna like shit creek. You do it anyway because he actually doesn't give a shit. It's for U.S. security purposes. Yeah. So we're giving terrorist groups and releasing all those terrorists plus from these jails where we had them and all that in the country and giving them the whole country. And that's going to help us. Do you remember when they had like the whole thing we pulled out? I mean, you were hearing about ISIS terror attacks like every 12 seconds. Literally seemed like every day, every other day. They're doing something all over the world. Notice how you didn't hear that much. Even the lamestream media didn't cover it that much during Trump. Why? They said, don't do this. We're going to do this. They did that. And then we did that. And then again, we had intelligence and air support and all kinds of, we were helping. This is why Taliban wasn't making any ground up in all that time. And we just shit on everyone. Every single one of them. Made promises to people and then shit all over them. We're going to try to get them out. Like, what happens when, like, you ask the Taliban, don't attack the airport? What the hell do you, like, I mean, what? There's like there's going to be 7,000 or so they're sending, which is funny. Yeah. You're at 2,500. That's too much. We just send 7,000 more. What happens if they come after that airport and start shooting down all those planes? Guess what? We're right back in the shit sandwich again. All because they did it hastily and didn't give a fuck what any of their people actually said. Don't do this. It's a bad idea. And they did it anyway. They think they know better. Like the whole world's going to go like it's not good for anyone. Want to know why we have people in South Korea? Still tens of thousands, roughly just under 30, I think, US troops, 1,000. Yeah. It's in the 20,000 somewhere. Troops in South Korea, because we know if we left, they don't stand a chance against North Korea, and that's very bad for the whole world. That's why they're still there. You don't understand when trying to blow that up. Everyone's freaking out about that. Like, why the hell did he give up this one? Because we have them there all the time to make sure bad shit from really bad actors doesn't happen. It's just better for the whole world as a whole. Except for really bad actors. So I really just don't understand how people are arguing with me. Like, holy shit. Like, let's see what happened. We look like jackasses. People are literally clinging onto airplanes and falling from 100 feet out of the sky, hundreds, maybe thousands, to their death, trying to get the hell away from there. All those people fleeing there, trying to get run over, abandon the army, which is why the army's all screw it, because we know what's going to happen if they capture our asses. All of our allies are like, what the f are you guys even doing? Over 5,000 Al Qaeda got released from jails and all that. Now they got Taliban and ISIS. I don't have numbers on that. They literally have Black Hawk helicopters, jets, small arms, artillery, all kinds of shit. Let's see. Never mind pleading with terrorists. That's just stupid. Which Trump, by the way, wanted to get all our that out of there. But and they got Russia, China, Iran, Pakistan, all these really bad actors like on their side. Like that's really, really bad for us. And that's just off the top of my head. And well, they have the whole country again. We could have kept like some kind of people there to keep, make sure that, I don't know. It did take over the whole fucking world again. But don't worry, all you people that are arguing with me, what happens when the terror starts coming home or starts going to other places in Europe and all over the place? Because and we had to do like everyone we had to leave, but we could have done it with a little bit of brains, maybe some balls. What the hell have you been doing for months that it turned this shitty this fast and we're in this situation? Like, are your intelligence people really that shitty that you guys didn't see this coming in a 15-second period? Like hell, July 8th, not gonna happen. Zero chance. Well, I'm pretty sure they got there yesterday. They took over the Capitol yesterday. They were in the building. That was the 15th. A month and a week later, you look like a pile of shit. You couldn't, you're like, I don't understand how it's even feasibly possible. I don't understand how people are saying that, good, at least we're out. Like, it's not good for the whole world. Like, you have to be a jackass to not see how bad this really is, and them having our technology they can now give to our enemies. Don't like us, by the way, in case you didn't notice. We have a lot of them. What do you think that's going to lead to? Any of you people, please, this is power people comment, use your brains. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Maybe even the stupid fucks. If you're listening, what the hell do you think is going to happen? Use your goddamn brain. Think about something besides your fucking self for a second. Tell me, what do you think is going to happen? We're going to be drugged into some stupid shit or really bad things are going to start happening. Especially now that they feel so emboldened because we just gave them the whole fucking country. Like, if your heart doesn't hurt for the people that are getting shafted and you don't feel embarrassed as fuck, sorry, there's something wrong with you. There really is. It can't be much more direct than that. Like, there really is something wrong with you. If you can't stop and think big picture about how bad this really is for the entire world. We have troops all over the place to help make sure that bad shit doesn't happen and bad actors don't get to take over whole countries and just get bold and just start acting like. And now here they are. They got a whole fucking country in 10 days. They're going to start rounding up anyone we don't get out. They probably reports of them going door to door. They probably really are and killing a lot of people. Hell, Chuck said he was looking at a camera then someone blew up his news station. I don't know. He's crazy though. They're blowing shit. They're going after people. Women are going to start going back to getting tortured, mutilated. They get gang raped. It's their fault. They get stoned to death. Like that. Everyone they catch that helped us ever was in the army is going to get murdered in a very bad way. Probably even videos of it, so the whole world has to see it. All that shit's going to start again. You people are like, yay. Like, how fucking naive and stupid are you? Like, please think outside of your tiny little bubble. Like, your bubble has to be about as big as the tip of this pen for you to think that this doesn't mean catastrophic things for the world. Like, they're not just going to stay there. They never have. This is going to embolden anyone that ever thought about it, because now, oh shit, look, they got big bad America out of there on the ropes. Like, that's what this does. Something to fucking celebrate. Something to fucking cheer about. Something to be happy about. Something to be anything about. I'm heartbroken. Again, people don't climb onto big ass airplanes and hang onto the side as it's taking off hundreds of feet in the air, trying to get the hell out of somewhere. That is a sign of what they know is going to happen because they lived there. They remember when the Taliban was doing all that shit. Now this Taliban 20 years later, emboldened with our equipment and really pissed. So I don't know. Like, look, that went so deep. I only took like 2 swigs out of this thing the whole time. That's saying something. I just don't get it. I don't think I ever will get it. So, I mean, don't try to ever make me get it, but it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, how bad was the, like you either knew it was going to happen and did it anyway. So you're just a terrible garbage human being, or you're literally the only other option for the administration is that they didn't know it was going to happen and they're just straight incompetent. Like there's no other way around it. And there's no way we're going to, like, you can't come back from that. Like, we're comparing it to Saigon. This is worse than Saigon. If this is just straight pathetic, ugly, stupid, unnecessary, shitty, I don't know. But I know a lot of people served over there. They're in Iraq. The same thing was around Afghanistan. Like a lot of people served there. A lot of people never got to come back. A lot of people came back and the war wasn't over and took their own life. Look at the number of people that have suicide since then. The VA doesn't give a goddamn about most of us. And please try to argue that fact with me. There's some good places. There's a lot more shitholes where the VA doesn't care. And now look, the turnaround, it was all for absolutely nothing. Because Joe said, fuck it, let them out the country. That's why I'm mad. That's why a lot of us are mad. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. Get over yourself. Think about someone besides you. Think big picture. Think what this means. You know, you never know what might happen. Yeah. You people are the same people that believe Joe when he said 0 chance. I mean, there's a 1 and then a whole lot of zeros in between the 0 chance and what he was talking about, 1,000,000% chance, apparently, for it to happen that fast. And like the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, they're like, sickens me. I think the people even arguing with me about it, like, yes, we all want it out. You got to do it right so the whole world doesn't get thrown into the shit because of it, just for the sake of doing it again, like Obama did in Iraq. Look what ISIS did. Like it was just, and they were there, but like hastily getting out leads to absolutely nothing good and more money and blood. Especially with all the actors involved, this isn't going to be good. Don't say I didn't warn you because I said this was going to happen last year and no one wanted to listen. Still voted for Joe, and here we are. The Middle East is going to go to shit, and it did instantaneously. Now look at this. I don't know like how many more times I need to be right, but for the love of God, if you're on the left, please use your brain for all of us. Because we literally all said this was going to happen. And now we have people falling hundreds, thousands of feet off C-17s they're clinging onto. It's trying to get the hell out of there because they know what's coming. And none of you ever left your house or your home state. Well, I was over there and my friends are over there. You know, most of y'all, like the people on that side were all like either babies or they were, doing, their thing, like just going out bar hopping, one night stands and bar fights. Like, well, we were doing that stuff. So they have no idea what the hell's going on. They don't pay attention to anything. They just hear what the liberal mainstream media tells them to. And boom. That this did not need to happen this way. It's completely pathetic. If you think it's anything else, sit down and have a talk with me. It'll be an actual talk. Not going to scream. Well, can't promise, but this should just sicken everyone to the pit. At least anyone that has a heart or gives a damn or has, I don't know, a little common sense. But I think it's been almost a half hour, so I think it's time to get off my soapbox. I appreciate all y'all if you listened all the way to the end. Thought it was pretty good. I could keep going, but I'll do that tomorrow. Gotta go, listen to his speech a few more times and break that down tomorrow. So look forward to that. Breaking it, talking about it, not to listening to him. That thing was so rife with shit. It's inconceivable. Princess Bride fans, you get it. But like, thank you again. Follow along on all the platforms except for YouTube. Screw 'em. I mean, if I'm still on there, it'd be great if you did. But Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor Breaker, Overcast, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, pretty much everywhere. And yeah, give it a share, get it out there to more people. I think this is the most lucid thing I've ever done. Made a lot of sense, I think. So follow along, let me know what you think. And right back on to Joe's speech. So look forward to that. God, he said so much dumb shit, but like always, share it out. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever time you're listening to this. And until next time, my friends, peace.